It was always the Jags. It's always the Jags. It's always the Jags. It's always the Jags. Always the Jags.
Moving on into the third round, we already have our first trade, and I didn't want to do a ton of trades because I like it from the perspective of like seeing exactly who I would pick in each spot. And so you can kind of, use the same player that I would be picking in this spot, but I did it because the players that I want based upon the value and really what I wanted to do. Like right now I'm building up depth and competition for the Jaguars, so you'll see me double dip in a lot of different positions, right? So I needed a couple of extra picks in order to do that. So right at pick 81, right? We were at picking at 81. I moved up to pick number 71 with the Washington Commanders, and I traded away pick number 164 and 245. And if I'm not mistaken, 164 is like a fifth or a sixth rounder, and 245 is a seventh rounder. I was able to move up 10 spots so I can make sure we get this edge that was falling, and that is Mason Thomas. Now, in most of my other mock drafts, you'll see that I had to take Mason Thomas as early as the second round. But if you're telling me that I can use our first third round pick with my treasure trove of picks and move up a little bit and get Caleb Banks and Mason Thomas in this draft in the second and third round, that is a huge win already compared to what we had last time. Because Mason Thomas is still one of the best pass rushers. He's fallen a little bit because of his run stuffing ability, probably isn't quite up to par. So he needs to start as a designated pass rusher. And lo and behold, what do the Jaguars need? A designated pass rusher. And see, this is where best player available really starts to match up with need, right? Because we can get Mason Thomas at 71. If he's still there on the board and we're able to trade up 10 spots to go get him, he would be the best player on the board. I have no doubt in my mind. And he would fill that need because he would be that designated pass rusher. Now, do I feel totally comfortable having that third edge rusher that we desperately need be a rookie, a third round rookie? Don't feel as great about it as, I would love. Like, I would love to bring in like a savvy veteran, but we're going to bring him in. We're going to let him compete with some other guys. I've got some other guys on here that I'm going to want to take. And that allows us to, again, get two of the best players available while filling positions of need. So that's still in the third round, right? And so partly what allowed me to make this move to move up, because we're keeping Walker Little, offensive line depth isn't as big as a pressing issue. I still think Walker Little will end up getting moved during the trade deadline during the season. But right now, I don't need to worry about getting offensive line depth in the third round. I can wait a little bit longer because we still have Walker Little. So now I'm at pick 88, right? And so just like how I traded up 10 spots to get those picks, I'm going to trade back 10 spots to pick up some more picks and allow me to get the same players that I was targeting before in my last mock draft. Because again, because we don't need offensive depth as much, usually 88 is where I was targeting getting that offensive line depth. So in this case, if we don't end up trading at all, 81, I don't think Mason Thomas will still be there, but that would still be the target for 81. At pick 88, I would still take this player, although it's better value if you're able to trade back 10 spots to get him. It's just he probably won't be there in the fourth round. And that is still that tight end out of Utah, Dallen Bentley. Absolute mauler in the run game. And again, he's there because we can do a lot of two tight end sets with him and Brenton Strange. He still knows how to get open and make good catches. And when it comes to running plays, he's just going to be nasty, blocking guys up into the second level and doing all those things that you really want a blocking tight end to be able to do. And so, and because I think and a lot of teams, they'll use two tight ends in very different ways. Like one tight end is more of a receiving tight end and one is more of a blocking tight end. In this scenario, Brenton Strange blocks just as well as he catches. And Dallen Bentley, his blocking is much better than his catching right now. But essentially, it would be two tight ends playing that have the same role. Like half, I don't know how Liam Cohen does it. Maybe like half block, half go out for passes. But either way, that's the kind of tight end you want, first of all, because then defenses don't know if it's a run or pass when he's on the field. And secondly, having that flexibility will allow, if Brenton Strange goes down, Dallen Bentley will be able to come in without a beat because he'll be able to play that same position, that same style that Liam Cohen likes. And so if we're able to do that, that way when our offense lost Brenton Strange for a time, again, Dallen Bentley is a rookie. Is he really going to hold everything together? I think it'll help our offense from going off of a cliff because that blocking ability will still be there. Because when Brenton Strange went down, we lost a lot of that incredible blocking. So, and we're obviously going to keep Quentin Morris. This still factors in Quentin Morris. So on the depth chart, I'm thinking Strange, Bentley, and Quentin Morris. But Dallen Bentley at 98 is perfect value for him. Again, this would be right around the spot that he would go. Can't wait to the 4th round because he probably would take too long. But now this trade did cost me, right? Because I was at 88. I traded 10 picks back to pick up Dallen Bentley, and I had to trade my pick 100 in order to get a couple extra picks. I had to trade my number 100 pick in order to get 2 more picks from the Eagles and a 6th rounder, right? So I was at 88, traded back 10 spots to 98 for the Eagles, and I gave them pick 100 to pick 2 picks later in exchange for their pick at 98, as well as pick number 114, pick number 137, and pick number 178. So I picked up 2 4th rounders and a 6th rounder by trading a late 3rd rounder and moving back 10 spots in the 3rd round. So basically, I was able to pick up another pick and move back, which is very helpful because, again, the players that I'm targeting, I'm trying to create depth and create a lot of competition because, again, the Jaguars didn't exactly get game-wrecking free agents that can come in and start right away. And we kind of knew that was going to be the plan, right? But we still got some replacements to make. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss out on any videos about the Jaguars from my channel. Check out some of these other videos that I'm sure you'll be interested in. And again, never forget, it was always the Jags.